8.5 difference of two squares. So it says it right in its title, difference meaning subtraction, and two squares. So two perfect squares. So for instance, 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 is a perfect square. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 is a perfect square. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is a perfect square. 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 is a perfect square, and so on. So that's what we're looking for when we're looking for a difference of two squares. Now, exponents can also be perfect squares. So as long as it is an even number, it is a perfect square. So to find the square root of x squared, you just simply divide your exponent by 2. So the square root of x squared would just be x to the first. The square root of y to the second would just be y to the first, because you just divide your exponent by 2. So the way we set up for a difference of two squares is, first, we want to make sure that it's difference. It is subtraction there, and there are two perfect squares there. So we set up two sets of parentheses, one with a plus sign, one with a minus sign. The square root of x squared, again, you just take your exponent, divide it by 2, so you get 2 divided by 2, which is 1, so x to the first. So an x goes here in this first spot of the first set of parentheses, and an x goes here, the first spot on the second set of parentheses. Then y squared, divide that by 2, you also get 1. So y to the first power goes here in the second spot for the first set of parentheses, and a y goes here, the second spot for the second set of parentheses. And then you're done. Looking down at number 2 here, 4x squared minus 9y squared. We've got a minus, 4 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square, x squared is a perfect square, y squared is a perfect square. So set up your two sets of parentheses, one with a plus, one with a minus. The square root of 4 is 2. So a 2 goes here, a 2 goes here. The square root of x squared, again, just divide your exponent by 2, so you get 1. So an x goes here, and x goes here. Square root of 9 is a 3. Your 3's go in the second spot, and the square root of y squared is just y. So y and y. Next one, plus sign, minus sign. Square root of 1 is just 1. So 1 and 1. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 and 2. Square root of x squared is just an x. So x and an x, and you're done. Square root of 81 is 9. Square root of x squared is x to the first. Square root of 1 is 1. And you're done.